There are 7 main species of New World vulture in the world today, including the black vulture and the turkey vulture, which you can observe here feeding on this deer carcass by the side of a road. These 2 vultures are related to others, such as the yellow-headed vulture, more common in Latin America, and the California and Andean condors, in addition to some very large extinct species. But they are not related to the vultures that one would find in Europe, Africa, and Asia. In fact, their relationship to other birds of prey has been debated, whether they should be classified as a subgroup of the accipitriforms, which includes hawks and eagles, or whether they form their own order, the cathartiforms. And I believe that there is a bit more evidence supporting their separation into their own separate order. Many of their distinct characteristics are related to their adaptations to feed on carrion. So while they are considered raptors, their legs have been modified where they lack the talons and the muscles which would be necessary to prey on healthy living organisms. These New World vultures typically prey on dead or dying animals, and many are obligate scavengers. They have to prey on dead or dying animals rather than hunt on their own. They are incapable of carrying food to their young, so they have to swallow it and then regurgitate it. They have adaptations for eating carrion, which will prevent them from falling ill. So they lack feathers on their heads, because if they had feathers on their head and continually inserted their heads into carcasses, the feathers would catch bacteria and fungi that could then spread disease. So the absence of feathers on their head is an adaptation. Also, the feathers that they do have do not trap moisture the way that many feathers do, and once again, this makes it less likely that bacteria and fungi can colonize them from their diet. Their stomachs are more acidic than is typical in most birds, and this would help them to kill any microbes which are present in the food which they are eating, because bacteria as well can be decomposers. Thus, they have a unique role in the ecosystem in that they are helping to clear carrion, which would otherwise, for humans be unpleasant sites, but also potential sources of disease, and then recycle nutrients throughout the ecosystem and thus benefit many organisms. This video is taken in southeastern New York, and that was not traditionally part of the range of the black vulture, but in recent decades its range has expanded northwards, which may be influenced by a number of factors, climate change being one of them. This video was taken in October, and no species of vulture will spend its winter in southeastern New York. So the birds you see here at some point will migrate farther south, taking advantage of thermals which can support their large body size and their wide wingspan, but carry them so that they have to flap their wings only infrequently, spending very little energy on their migration southwards. They will return to this area the following spring.